Hello and welcome to Exploring the Holos. I'd like to personally thank you for subscribing and pushing me over that 200 subscribers mark. This is an important milestone in this channel, and when you watch this channel and subscribe, you are exploring the Holos. And with that, I did make a promise that when I hit 200 subscribers, I would be getting an upgraded microphone with a dead cat to block out the wind noise. The issue I have with that is I have no personal experience or anybody that I know that can give me advice on what kind of a microphone I should get that works with an Android phone, because I'm not really ready to stick money into different cameras, so on and so forth. I'd really like something that works with this phone. So if you have any suggestions on a good wireless microphone that works with a Samsung Android phone, leave it in the comments, along with any other comments you like to comment about. I answer all my comments. And again, thanks for subscribing. And today we're going to discuss concept networking. It is one of the 3 necessary elements needed to reach hyper awareness. And I do have notes because I don't want to forget anything. This is an important subject. And this video is going to be based on Psychegenesis, the 5th book in the Neogenian series, written by Morgue. All these books are available right now on Amazon, so go check them out. And if you want a little bit more than just the books, you could check out Morgue Official, and they're on YouTube, and they also have another video or another channel on YouTube called the Neogenian, I do believe. Or check out the Neogenian Oculus, or check out the Neogenian Whisper. Check out Jan Damon on YouTube also for live streams every Friday, I believe. And also check out This Neogenian Life. Let me know in the comments if I'm forgetting anybody. So I know it helps us to support each other, and I think I benefited greatly from support of some of those people also. So thank you. And what is concept networking? I'm going to apologize right now. I'm still getting over this cold that I've had like a month. It's just kind of like a congestive type of thing right now. Concept networking is a mental process that involves understanding, organizing, and connecting ideas and concepts to create a cohesive whole. Concept networking means taking different ideas, subjects, experiences, and seeing the pattern that connects them all. It involves weaving together various fields such as philosophy, mathematics, science, metaphysics, religion, occult, art, music, love, sex, death, dreams, and everyday daily life. By understanding all elements of existence, we can see them as different aspects of one unified reality. For example, a scientist, let me just preface, this is not the example used in the book. I think in the book, the example is probably a little bit more detailed, and it is different. But for brevity, I'm going with this example. A scientist, a religious person, and a New Ager or astrologer quite often think that the others are crazy for their beliefs. But like a scientist is going to think a religious person is crazy, and a religious person thinks a scientist is crazy for not believing in God, and they probably both think a New Ager is crazy. But as Neogenians, we want to learn all about these beliefs so that we can parse out the truth and logically determine how they connect with reality. Many people outright dismiss someone's beliefs if they're different than their own, without being sufficiently educated on the other person's beliefs. This is the wrong way to be. Concept networking requires learning about foreign concepts, learning about everyone else's beliefs. The scientist is certainly not right about everything, and religious person is certainly not wrong about everything. Same goes for the New Age astrologer. It's more nuanced than that. People have different reality tunnels and different ways of communicating within those reality tunnels. Sometimes you might have to understand a different reality tunnel to understand a new concept. Just remember to stay grounded in logic and reason, and use the PSR, the principle of sufficient reason. Use Occam's razor. There's a few other critical thinking things you can do to make sure that you're always grounded in reason. All of these concepts have some truth. It's our job to find out the truth. All the untruth lies in the way these concepts are communicated. All the concepts have some truth, but sometimes they're communicated in ways that they're not true. Does that make sense? When you dig down into religion, you can see the ways that it's true. Not everything about it is true, but it can be true when looked at from a certain perspective. The problem is that it's taken literally and looked at from the wrong perspective. Same thing with science. Science is more of a religion than anything. By having a working knowledge of many concepts, you can see how everything relates to everything else, creating a single picture of reality. This is the analog all, or absolute consciousness. Instead of the elephant story, I'm going to use the puzzle analogy because, for brevity, again. The analog all is like a puzzle, and all the ideas, concepts, opinions, religions, and perspectives are all pieces of the absolute puzzle. You need to both have them all and see how they fit together. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to make the puzzle. I don't know, this kind of resonated with me since a couple of times lately I've been doing a puzzle with my wife. So, I mean, months ago, but that still resonates. I still think about that. And it still frustrates me that we didn't get it finished. I don't know if it was mentioned, but I think empathy is important. You need to care about others and want to learn their perspective. And this whole process, I think it cultivates empathy, but empathy is very important to this process. So remember that. Most people compartmentalize different concepts: physics, art, music, and business, finance. These are all pieces of the absolute puzzle. Physics can be seen as the absolute trying to understand its own structure. Art can be seen as the absolute bringing forth new expressions of potential. The absolute uses art to communicate aspects of its internal. The absolute uses art to communicate aspects of its internal through individual zetas, internal structure. See, that's the problem with notes. If you write them down wrong, you know what I mean. Mathematics is the absolute exploring the formal aspect of itself through code and structure. And then when I take these notes, I'm just trying to get the gist of it because I don't want to just like write the whole book down, right? Thus, when we do become hyper-aware, all these concepts take on a greater meaning. We realize that the lines between self and other, individual and collective, internal and external, are not as solid as we once thought. And then you start to think, why do we even have all these borders? Why do we have to be different nations and different states and different governments? Why can't we just be one whole planet, right? Can't we just be one society of loving people that take care of each other? In my opinion, borders are the cause of wars. We got rid of borders, we wouldn't have any war. I mean, we still need police, right? But then again, why do we need police? For the most part, most of the crime is theft, right? If everybody had what they needed, why would they steal? I think a lot of things are thought about in the wrong way. But we need to get everyone hyper aware so that we can change this. On with the current subject. Once those lines disappear and become less solid, we now see how our every action and every thought affects the entire network. the entire absolute. Asking questions and staying grounded in reason is the key to concept networking. Critical thinking will prevent you from seeing false connections that aren't there. Use the PSR. The absolute reality expresses itself through all of its transformations. It's necessary to understand different domains of knowledge to see how they connect. As the depth in knowledge of subjects deepens, the easier these connections pop out. It's the same as my maintenance electrician job that I work at. I have to know how everything works, and I have to know all of the systems, which in the past, in a lot of other corporations, you have a different person for all of these systems. Most of the time, I'm by myself, and something breaks down, I have to figure it out. I got to just figure it out, and I've learned way more at work than I learned at school. Yeah, if I don't know how everything works, then I can't diagnose the problem with the machinery. It all connects. Same thing with reality. It all connects. Apophenia is when you perceive false connections. This can lead to conspiracy theories and misinformation, or what's going on in federal government right now. When intuition alone is used to study a subject for going any critical thinking or reason, incorrect connections are often perceived. This is not concept networking. In concept networking, we filter everything through reason so it don't get all woo-woo, if you know what I mean. For example, this one really like makes the hair stand up on my neck. It's like nails on a chalkboard when people say the universe is giving me a sign. I've seen YouTubers that I watch. I watch a lot of travel YouTubers and like people living in their stealth camping and stuff. And yeah, they'll make major life changes based on what the universe is telling them, or the universe is giving me a sign. And that is like nails on a chalkboard to someone who is grounded in logic and reason. I can't. The universe is not giving you a sign. You need to use reason to make decisions and take charge of your own life. You are the universe. You are your own God. The universe ain't going to do it for you. So I just think it's dangerous to let the universe decide. Reality isn't just a puzzle to solve. It's a life to be lived. You need to know what it's like to be existence experiencing itself. So tune in next week to find out more about that when we delve into the word that cannot be pronounced. So until next Friday, be safe. Ad Astra, my friends.